And then out of 4 board, what you're going to have is your 5 nice boxes that you needed. Well, I love building these boxes. Hey guys, welcome to B Heads Outdoors. Today we're going to be building a B box, a brood box basically. So what you're going to have, if you want to build 5 boxes, you need 4 8-foot pieces of 1x12s, and that will build you 5 boxes. Now I know the price of lumber has gone up, but if you got bees, you have to have them, so might as well do it. So this is going to be able to save you some money in the long run if you can build these. Now everybody says no, you should go buy your boxes that are already built, they're stronger. Well, I'm going to tell you what, if you use tight bond, screws, staples, it's not going to come apart. I've had some out here for 3 years already, and that I have glued and the handles on and all the corners and everything together, and they're just as strong as they were when I put them together. I mean, even with 80 pounds of honey on them. So, alright, well, let's get started. I'm not going to go through the process of cutting these. I've already pre-cut these. These are the short ends, which is 14 5/8 inch. And these, of course, are the long ends, and they're 19 7/8 inches. Alright, now what we're going to have is, to bring all these pieces together, they need to be on these short ends. We got to cut a lip here, like I have on these, for the frames. You can see your lip inside of here. So it's going to be 5/8 inch deep and 3/8 inch to hold your frames on both sides. Alright, so I have this pre-measured in between here, because I like my boards to be, they're not going to be 12 inches long, and these are actually 11.5, but I like them 9 3/4 inches is what you want it at. And that's going to give you enough room when you have your brood in there. I've already cut these. Oh, I did. But anyway, I'm glad I didn't go through cutting them again. But I've already cut them. I've already run them through and made these 9 3/4 inches on the tall side. So, just so when this fits down in there, you'll have room at the bottom and still room at the top for the bees to work and go around. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to measure 3/8 inch up. Before you start touching your blade, make sure you unplug your equipment. Safety first. Alright, we got about 3/8 inches. I'll adjust it because this is an old table saw. You don't need expensive equipment to do this with. I found this $60 at the flea market. Had to buy it up. So It's been working for me for the past 3 years, and I'm not about to go buy a big old one yet, but I will need one when I build my other building. Alright, and what this is for, I got 5/8 inch from the stop plate here to the blade, to the inside of the blade. And that's going to give me my depth up and down on these. Up and down. And the 3/8 inch coming up out of here where the blade is going to give me my end to hold. So, alright, let's get these cut. Just the short sides, you don't cut the long sides like this. Oh yeah, I unplugged it. Safety first. Let me show you what I mean. It's 5/8 inch up on your blade. It's where your blade's going to be up for this next cut. And then when I mean on the inside, I mean from your guard to the inside of this blade, not this side. Alright, I'm sorry. I meant to say 3/8 inch to the inside of your blade, since we went 3/8 inch depth. It's just a reverse of what the other one is. It'll make sense here in a minute. Alright, I think we're ready. That's just the easy way. Now let's get them together. First we're going to glue don't take a lot of glue. The glue holds. The glue is good and it'll hold. So you never want this on the outside right here. You want it on the inside. And then to get it started, I want to make sure they're nice and flush across the top and the sides. And you can work the details out later. I just put 2 in. We're going to put screws in it here in a little bit, so do a little bit of squaring on them. We get glue again. For our last side here. Alright, make sure it's a good even flow of glue all the way down. Where there's no air holes. Oh. and put the staples in here, but I'm going to go ahead and staple it a little bit more. The more you can get in there, and I just squared it up also, which you can use a speed square to do that with. And all this doing is just bringing it together. So we're almost there with this box. What these are the cutoffs of the 9 3/4 how the length of this was attached to the board. Like that, it's just the 12-inch that was cut off. I use these as handles. But let me go ahead and screw this down first. Just barely take it in, not too far. Don't have to go too far. If it'll stay, there we go. Show you. You can see how some of these boards, that's how I put them on like that, and then I can draw it in. And I already have glue in here where this crack was, so that's just gonna let's take a look on the inside. You can see where the glue's been squished out. I'll just take it and I'll just rub it back in there. Some of it has, some of it hasn't. But it's glue. It's all good. Nice flat box. There's no wobbling. You get a good flat surface to do it on, you'll be fine. Now for the handles. These handles I take a medium frame, and all I do is I'll set this box up. Just bring it down here so I can show you. And all ready. Well, I thought I had. These two I've noticed they got a lot of sap on them. They'll probably split. But let's try it anyway and see what we come up with. If not, I'll just make a new one for it. But I'm gonna put a healthy amount of glue on this. It ain't bad. Then I'm just gonna rub it all the way around, make sure it gets all the area. And I'm just finding somewhere center. I'm eyeballing this, so it'll be fine. Yep, figured that would split. But you got the glue coming out the top. I'm just going to rub it in. Probably coming out the bottom too. That's going to give you a nice little seal around that. Now what I'm going to do with this split, I'm going to bring it up here. I'm just putting glue in. It's unbelievable how strong this glue is. If you've ever glued anything and tried to take it and pull it apart afterwards, you're not going to do it. Now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to draw this out just a little. And that pulls it back together. I've done this with every one of mine, and it is a strong bond. Same thing on this side. This one I'm going to do up here. I don't know if you guys can see it or not. And what we got? We have a box. Nice and sturdy. It's not moving any direction. It's not going to either. Especially when that glue dries. Nice and square. It's flat. These are everything you want in a box. Something that's strong, you can pick up on them and you're good to go. This saves you a lot of money. Guys, this is going to save you a lot of money when, instead of going to the bee store that you love so much, and I get it, I love going in there and I love smelling all that good honey and good wax and everything. Just the smell of a bee store is amazing. But to save you some money, this is what you need to be doing. You can't go wrong with that. Next thing is, I will caulk everything. All these sides in here, all these cut-ins, I'm going to caulk all that and all these cracks on the outside. The inside I'm not going to do. I'll let the bees propolize that if they like, or whatever, and they will. And then I'll paint everything. And all these screw holes that I have, I'll go ahead and I'll put some wood putty on it. That'll fill them, let that dry, and then I'll paint it. I'll put about 2 or 3 coats on it, and you're good to go for a long time with one of these. Sturdy, strong, and saves you some money. So guys, don't go spend that big money on these hives. Build your own. Doesn't take long. Once you get the hang of it and the measurements, and you're good to go. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed. I don't know a lot about beekeeping. This is my 3rd year, but I'm learning a lot. But I do know how to save money, and this is one good way to do it. Until next time guys, Bee Heads Outdoors. Thanks for watching.